anybody stayed up several days with Keegan?
Yeah.
I definitely have stayed up several days.
Several days.
Awesome experience.
Dude, it's another level.
When PlayStation 3 came out,
You were not in the sycamore.
well, I was living on Myers Street too, right down the
They
street.
were several.
And I finally got my first flat screen television at 1080 HD, and me and Keegan stayed up for 4 days, and we didn't even get off the couch and play this racing game. And then he looks over at me, and I look back over at him, and he said something, and I didn't hear what he said, so I said something smart ass back, because that's just how I am. And he launched at me across my fucking living room, and we landed in the Christmas tree, and all the fucking ornaments and the lights went everywhere. And we're swinging and wrestling, and my fucking dog Damien comes out of nowhere and bites him in the leg. And that was the end of that. And then we just stopped, shook hands, and just, well, we cursed at each other. And because Keegan was a big shit talker, so was I, so we cursed each other out. And then, fuck, I think we went to bed for a day or so. But, yeah. His mom will love that story.
Yeah, we had a good 3-day run in Mexico.
Didn't one of you guys get arrested?
He got arrested, and that's when he got violent. He had a warrant. And we went down to Mexico, and well, it was crazy. We did a lot of fucking drugs. Like, honest to God, we went.
Tell it, boy.
We got hookers and we got drugs, yo. It was fucking off the chain. Yo. It was fucking wild as fuck.
It's all good. You can be vivid as you want to. His mom,
all right, yeah.
Cool.
So we meet up and like, all right, this is back in the day. Fucking, I'm strung out. He's strung out. You know, this is what we're doing. I'm fucking breaking it down. We're like, oh man, I ran out of wax. My candle's out.
You're still going, don't trip.
There we go.
Yeah. So
Fixed.
So we hit each other up, and it was like middle of the night, and freaking, he's like, hey man, you got any? I'm like, fuck yeah, let's go down. I fucking come down, and fucking over at Don's house, and we get fucking high as fucking Don's house. And then we're talking about money and shit, and I'm like, in the meantime, like, fucking, I was always fucking selling hallucinogens and ecstasy and all that shit for him and shit, and fucking, and for Roger too. He said, tell it vivid. Alright, and yeah, so he goes, fuck yeah, let's go down to Mexico. And I was like, but we talk about it, I'm like, yeah, we can get a fucking shit ton of dope, all this stuff. We go down there and fucking, we get a fuck ton of fucking dope. This thing's going out too, that's...
Fuck.
Alright, well we get a shit ton of dope, all that. We've never like fucking, we're smoking out of like 2-foot Pyrexes and shit. Alright, now Kellogg has a big ass fucking bag of weed, right? And there's these fucking like cartel members and shit. And this dude's all tatted up and he's all hard as hell. And then fucking Kellogg says, here, smoke this. Bam, gives him a fucking, cause he had like a fucking crazy ass, you know he has all those crazy utensils on him and shit. Fucking gives him out of his little zong shit and fucking the dude takes a rip and passes the fuck out. Boom! Big ass cartel member just out fucking cold off fucking Kellogg's weed. I was like, yeah, that's fucking crazy. They called him Tiny, but he wasn't really tiny. He was a big ass dude, out cold, fucking heroin addict, fucking passed out on fucking weed. It was crazy. But yeah, fucking, we get down there, we do so much drugs. We go there, we fucking grab a bunch of hookers and like fucking, we're partying it up in a hotel and fucking get all fucked up. Then we're coming back and we got all our stuff on person and shit. Like, I got a grip on me. The other homeboys got a grip on me. Well, we're coming back and then municipal police, they hit us up. Bam, pull us to the side. And they were like, yeah, we're going to take you to jail and search you if you don't, like, pay. Well, he fucking right there, bam, fucking has a $100 bill and fucking pays because I got all the stuff on me and we leave. And we start walking back, go to the freaking front and we go to secondary. And then... yeah, we're at secondary, and fucking I walk through, he walks through, he buys a fucking pipe that's got like this giant middle finger on the front of it and shit like that, like right at the front, and freaking he walks through and they sit there and they run his name and fucking he had a warrant. He got locked up and yeah, well I went back and picked up all his stuff, brought it over to the homie Keith's, and sat there and talked to him, and then the man came out lost his dreads. That was terrible.
That's the time the skinheads shaved his dreads.
Yeah, skinheads made him shave his dreads while he was in prison.
George Bailey, yeah.
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 And they made him hold a shank and hide it in the windowsill of his cell. shit. But I want to hear, Bradley, would you mind telling a story?
Hi, I'm Bradley, everybody. Known Keegan for a long time, over 10 years. The story that I'll tell about him is he'd come into Porter Subs, that's where I worked in Oceanside, and he smoked weed, and I used to sell it to him. So every time he bought an eighth, I'd give him a free sandwich. And a couple weeks go on, he shows up at my door, AWOL from the military. And my roommate at the time actually was in the military too, so I had to hide him. So I put him under the table. And like you said, his snoring was just absolutely horrible. And so the guy comes down, he's like, whoa, what's going on? You AWOL, blah, blah, blah. So anyway, I was just let him stay here tonight. But I'm going to wrap it up with I love Keegan. We've had a lot of fun times together. I'm sure like you guys can all tell stories, but I'm going to miss him. And I've already cried about it a couple times. Just flat out cried. I was,
Amen.
I love him, and we're all going to miss him very much. So, yeah, that's all I have to say.
Thank you.
My name is Tiffany, and I actually hadn't really seen Kellogg in the past few years. I met him when I was about 17 in Oceanside at the beach, getting a Taco Bell and mushrooms, and like I said, I hadn't seen him the past few years, but when I was 17 getting to know him, one of the very first months he opened up his home to me, and that's kind of why I felt when we didn't have a place to do this, that I should open my home for him. And it's kind of the way that I feel that I could get the effect back that he gave to me from knowing him. So,
And you made all the candles too, right?
yeah.
Everything.
I did these at the bar while I was drunk.
That's how he would have wanted you to do it.
That's how I did this. My friends,
true.
my friends helped me, and actually my roommate Bryn, she'd never even met him before, and she spent all night with me last night and actually helped clean the house and do everything because I had a lot to do this weekend. And so thanks for everybody being here. It sucks for the circumstances, but it's nice to get to meet some of you that I have not met through him, and hopefully it's a new friendship, you know. So that's all I gotta say.
Thank you.
Love you, Tiffany.
Love you too.
So I've been racking my brain, like, what should I say about Pat? What should I say about Pat? And I have like all these memories flashing through my head, like the first, like I remember the first time we did acid together, and we were like dancing like the Jerry Bears. And then I remember when like I dressed as him one year for Halloween. Yeah, I had like a fedora and I had a slit throat. And then I was thinking about like the times that like all the times he'd crash on the couch and I'd be like, can't he go home? Because he was there every night. And now I'm glad he was there every night. And it's cool that we got to spend so much time with him. And he really like opened his arms up to me when I started dating Jessie as like a like friend, if not like sister, and that was really cool. And he was always there for me, even when we were fighting. I could even go to his house and just like talk to him, and he would let me chill there until things cooled down. And he was just a really amazing friend, and I am gonna miss him a lot.
Kristen,
Yeah.
hey, did you ever sit there and wonder like how Keegan was like the only person in the world who could literally stay on anybody's couch as long as he wanted, and it didn't matter, and nobody ever said shit to him. Just like
Right.
his presence was like rent. Real shit, he was that fucking awesome. He go wherever he wants. He never had to pay rent. I don't think he paid rent for like until he got his own place, and that was like years. And his mom just told me recently when I spoke to her that he finally got a driver's license and he had like 3 cars.
Yeah.
I'd never seen him drive a car, and I knew him 12 years.
Yeah. He had 2 Jeeps and a Suburban.
Yeah.
Matt, you want to say something?
He did have a rock in his style.
Because you were one of his really close friends.
Or Jonesy, as a lot of you know. I've known Kellogg since I was about, I think I was a senior in high school still. And I mean, from the day I met the guy, I could tell he was just a real person. Always, never hesitated to help anybody out in need, and just like I said, just the realest person I've known for the most part. And I mean, as for any particular story, I can't think of one particular one that stands out above any others, but every time I hang out with the guy or hung out with the guy, it was a special occasion in itself, and I definitely gonna miss the guy. I still can't even, that still doesn't even seem real to me, and yeah, I know he's definitely looking down on us, and glad to see that we've all come together and shared all this, and gotten together in memory of him. And yeah, like I said, I definitely love the guy, and I'll never forget him. One of a kind.
Amen to that.